Yeah, okay. I can open the meeting first.
Open the meeting.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today is December 17th, it's 4 p.m. Guys, be seated. This is the Lunenburg Water District Commissioners meeting. Now, we will start by saying the Pledge of
Hey,
Allegiance.
this is a patriotic day.
That's right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I think the rest of the mayors and towns should pledge allegiance to the flag.
Okay, I must have missed that.
Yeah.
I agree. I must have missed that.
I agree.
Yeah, I must have missed
It's a
that.
very important step. All right, so let's kick this wonderful meeting off with sending around some minutes. These will be the minutes from December 3rd. And I'll have you gentlemen, if you would like to review some of those. We have some warrants to review and sign also. Looks like Mike Newland got paid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he asked to be on the January meeting, so he'll be in early January to review.
Mhm. Let it snow, let it snow. Take some more snow.
Yeah, not this 50-degree rain on
I
Friday.
know, that's good, it gets all the stuff off the roof, and then ready for the whole load.
It's cold,
Yeah,
and a lot of stuff that's frozen right now, like,
yeah, it's like concrete.
I'd be interested to see, you don't know how much ice they got on the lake, John?
No, I don't, people were out there ice fishing the other day, so there's gonna be 4
I
or
mean,
5 inches anyway.
It's gotta be, I mean, it was
Oh,
2
God.
degrees out for crying out
Because
loud.
Whalum is nothing.
Yeah,
I mean,
Really?
Well, it's
Well,
frozen.
because of the water
It
and
froze
the
over,
stream.
but,
No, not enough, not
Yeah.
enough, not even close.
Well, it's not thick enough, I wouldn't think.
No.
no, it's not
not-
thick enough to walk on, but.
No. But that's gonna be the call, you watch. Off the lake, off the boat
4
ramp.
warrants because of,
What is that supposed to be?
You want me to put my glasses on?
Yeah.
I'd be a
Or
little bit
pay.
skeptical on all
Because
that
of-
stuff.
Well,
No.
Because
they were in our call.
it is
Oh,
maybe.
Oh,
it's
it's
not-
cold?
You
Although
just,
it's
you're doing something that
frozen.
you wanted to add.
Has it for a while?
I'm sorry. Oh, I put that for
John Street.
Yeah, Fairview Terrace, I used to go
Well, there's
out,
no period after it, so you
you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and drill.
That's a big difference.
And I
No,
remember
it's not like he's a saint
a
or
couple
anything.
neighbors.
Are you guys? You guys are usually around
Don't tell my
anyways.
mother how when they did, when I get yelled at. No, I was a little kid.
Yeah. Do the exact
Oh.
timing.
Ah,
Whoa,
we
whoa,
all
whoa,
fell
whoa,
in
whoa,
at one
no,
Oh,
no.
no, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's, I mean, there's always 2 of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you know, the times that it's happened, where we've had that middle off one.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, that's still.
This, it's
And I
been,
can always
yeah,
do what needs to be done, and,
I think there's always been 2 of us.
Yeah.
Johnson, that's, first might be something good.
Can't we splurge and maybe get a little bit bigger of a poinsettia? I think that, I mean, it's
I-
very
I-
nice that somebody brought that in,
I
probably.
did. I brought them in. I
It's
did.
in the perfect
We
spot.
wouldn't be able to see
Yeah.
John's
That's a good
I wouldn't be
thing.
able to see it.
That's why we needed the
They wouldn't
big
leave
one.
it small like that.
Gee,
I
the
like-
huge one.
No, I couldn't see John.
You couldn't
A
see
little
a
Charlie
smiling
Brown
face
thing.
over there.
And I can't see you either.
Better get a big one then.
Yeah. Let's. Do. Got that one.
Yeah, a couple extra because of the holidays.
Sign all these up. You all set with those minutes, Mr.
Yes,
Chair?
sir, I am.
I'd make a motion to approve the minutes of December 3rd, 2025.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. All right, while you guys wrap up signing those, we can move right along. Next thing, no,
Hold on,
Maybe
hold on.
we can.
Give that back when you're done, I wanna look at something. please.
Okay, my paper, I wrote notes on.
The other thing we get tonight is vote and approve on time bonds, amendments to engineering services.
Okay, so they submitted an invoice, it's just been an ongoing, you know, when they come in to, meetings, stuff like that, the SRF loan application. You got the whole agreement there, they do quite a few things on there, and they're looking for $17,500. I was thinking it probably would be a good thing to do if we added 2,000 to it for future correspondence, communications, meetings, you know, if we ever do a presentation for the select board or anybody that wants a presentation and they attend, at least it'd be covered
Right.
in advance. So I didn't know if that would, something you guys would be.
Now, does this also tie into some of the extra work they've been doing lately, basically responding to, you know, some of the concerns and
Yes.
of
Yes, so-
residents, et cetera, et cetera?
Whenever you call any professional person, attorney,
Sure.
engineers, accountant, whatever it is,
They're like,
clock stops.
stand by.
Yeah.
Fran, okay,
Yeah.
click,
Yeah, click.
and it starts.
So I mean, so some of this has to do with, you know, and like I say, Mr. Emke's in every bit of his right to question some of those numbers,
yeah.
but we have definitely put a lot of extra, I know these guys have put in a lot of
Yes.
extra time on sharpening the pencil, you might say, and clarifying any, numbers, math equations, there's been quite a bit, you know,
Yep.
that, like I said, by all means, I'm glad people question it, but yeah, I know that that's
That's part of it.
part
yes.
of this, okay?
Yeah, so that's, I'm in favor, we pay it, I mean, no one wants to spend money, but I mean, they do help me all the time. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, I mean, I'd probably call them once a day, you
Yeah.
know? And a lot of times, can you confirm this? Can you
Correct.
confirm that? And that, you know, so it's,
I see the emails that you sent too, and there's definitely quite a bit that they have to fully engage in on this. And some of the questions that get brought up are not easy questions. They are scientific,
Yep.
data-driven questions that are not, I would assume, are not easily answered without some sort of analytics involved. And I would assume it to be time-consuming, so this is okay with me.
so this is, I didn't know, I mean, we were talking, I mean, we could pull it from the maintenance budget. That could make it tight, comes time, end of the year time, so maybe we'd have to move some money around. There's some other things we have for possible expenditures, so I didn't know if you guys wanted to consider, maybe we call a special meeting, pull this money from the surplus,
Okay.
which is the PFAS money we're getting.
Well, that's what I was saying,
Liability
yeah. What
stuff.
about the, either the PFAS money or the, from the town, the,
ARPA.
ARPA?
That's, we couldn't pull it from ARPA,
Okay.
that's used,
Okay,
that's all used up, yeah.
okay.
So, but we do have that money sitting there, but we were actually called to the attorneys to see if we have access
Yeah.
to that money.
Yes.
But we only have access to it with the vote of the voters.
I would say that we should do it that way, accessing it through the PFAS money, because, I mean, it's directly related to it. And I'd hate to chew up our
Yeah,
maintenance budget. I mean, something may come up between now and,
Oh, yeah.
you know, that we, need.
So our maintenance budget is through July, correct?
Yeah,
So,
and I looked at it, I kinda pulled where we are roughly halfway through the
Yeah.
year right now, and like Fran said, I had mentioned it would be tight if something were to ever come up, I don't like making it that way, and the fact that Fran has a few other items that what he wanted to go over for, a special meeting, this wouldn't be a special meeting just for this, we've got other items, so
yeah,
I think
if-
it's something we need to push to, you know, have a special meeting soon. But I think because we have other items that we'd like to put on there, I think we should take it out of those.
I'm okay if we have multiple items to put on a special meeting. If we don't, we have our annual meeting coming up in March, and we
Yeah,
can
we could.
vote to transfer the funds
Yes.
then. 'Cause it's just a
Yeah.
transfer, it's not a budgeting issue.
Sure.
Yeah,
You know, we vote on next year's budget, but then also at that time, we would probably wanna increase our spending line item for engineering, considering, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
road we're headed down, we're gonna spend more on it.
So maybe for the next budget, why don't we add a line item for engineering?
yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cause, yeah, 'cause
That
we
was
break,
actually, Mark's idea, I just,
Yeah,
he said it the other day, I just repeated it. So, which is a
Yes.
good idea.
Yeah,
Well, all around, good idea.
But, so, money that's at the annual meeting isn't available to July first.
yeah.
So we do a special meeting at the same time as the annual meeting.
But if
Special
we-
meeting first,
if we-
annual meeting second.
at the annual meeting, we can't vote to transfer the funds from that account to,
You can
maintenance.
vote it, won't happen until July
That
first.
doesn't happen till July first.
No authority on that one will happen until July.
But then, how do we do it now if we have a special meeting to
The
transfer?
special
the
meeting
funds?
is immediate.
We pulling
But,
it from different, Mark, I think you guys are kinda, so if we did a special meeting, we would pull this 19,500 from the PFAS money, it'd be in there immediately. You're
Right.
saying, if we vote to pull this out of the maintenance budget, we can, so that could work as well, it would come out of the maintenance budget, then in March, yes, July 1st.
You have access to the money.
You have access to the money, but then it would go back towards, can you do that back towards?
Now you're paying bills and,
What's the
in
no,
25
but there's a
26.
different,
Okay, I
I'm
gotcha.
trying to get the difference from
Yeah.
the special meeting versus our annual meeting.
So special.
If we were gonna take, if, is immediate, so we can't vote at a annual meeting to take the money out of a fund.
I couldn't do
to put
it
in.
till July 1st, that would have to be, oh,
Oh, we do it all the time, and when we have a special meeting, it's the same vote, you're voting to use those funds that you already have. If we're making an engineering line item, then you're making a budget, and you're budgeting for that. But for us to just transfer the money for the purpose of, we should be able to do that in March, shouldn't we?
from what I've always been told, the annual meeting is effective July first. That's the annual meeting. The
Okay.
special meeting is effective upon the end of that vote. So if it's voted, spend the money,
Okay.
next day you
which
can
we
spend
could
it.
do as the same day.
I've-
We could
I've done it a
accommodate
few
that as
times.
the same day, so
I see what
that
you're
would,
saying.
No, we
that
could have
would
the
be
special
co-
meeting the same day.
Exactly.
Right,
But
That
it's
could
just,
be
it's
special
called to
meeting,
order, special
yes,
meeting, called to
yes.
your annual meeting.
Yeah.
It's
The
done the
annual
same.
meeting is appropriating the money for the following fiscal
Yes.
year.
But we could still have a special meeting that day.
Yes.
If, unless there is something that warrants us to have a special meeting before March.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's what.
Which
I'm
is kind of
we're
what he
trying
was
to-
getting
I'm
to,
trying to
yeah.
just do it in one event.
sure.
If we
One
can.
fell swoop, I got
He
you.
doesn't
Unless
wanna-
there is a
he doesn't
reason
wanna
to
be
have it
here more
earlier.
than he
Right,
has.
unless we had several items
Mhm.
to put on, and in which case, which I understand.
Mhm.
I do, however, think that no matter what we do, we should be adding a line item.
For engineering in the
I think it's a
future.
great idea, Mr. Persh.
Thank you. Once in a while have them.
Yeah, that was,
He probably doesn't remember he said it, but I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's I can see why the past week didn't have that, but now,
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea.
so do you wanna wait to have them vote on this until you go over
Yeah, let's,
items that you're,
This is, we should pay this regardless, is the way I feel. If this is all work that has been completed,
yes,
we should,
other than the 2,000.
if we had to bring it out of maintenance and we can't have a special, I don't see a reason why we can't, to appropriate some of that money at the same
I'm with you.
time
So
down the
we-
road. 'Cause
we could-
still
we could
have,
authorize
we
the
still
pay.
have time.
Mhm.
And then if we do
Oh,
have the
gotcha.
special meeting, we reimburse the maintenance from
At that
PFAS
time.
to cover
Do you
that.
think we'll make it till March with?
All right,
oh, yeah.
Okay.
all right, so if that one, if you're okay with that, can you just make a motion, because my name's on it to sign?
Correct.
Motion, prove me to sign it.
You could do that and everything, but are we gonna talk about the possibility of having a special meeting, which would make that, well, we could still do it and then vote it at the special meeting, yeah. I would make a motion that we, after careful consideration and hash this over, all these services have been completed, correct?
Correct.
You talked about adding money into it for right now, but let's
We can wait.
wait. So I would make a motion, Mr. Chair, that we allow Fran to sign and pay this bill on behalf of the Lunenburg Water District.
It's 17,500.
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, so moved.
It's a little bit of a shell game, but
It is, but it isn't. But it is, I think it is kind of important that as we go forward to make sure that.
we
we're
gotta
pulling
pay our
money-
bills.
Yeah,
Well, we have to pay the bills, but I also
And we have
like
to have the
pull them
money.
out of the right coffers.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, that was a lot more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. Sorry. All right. Great job, everybody.
Try to be thorough.
Doing a good job. Next thing you got is review Verdantis Keating Well Exploration Budget.
Okay, so I gave the full agreement
Saw it.
to you, and I gave just the cost ones to
Yep.
Mark and John. But it's regarding the test wells we did behind the Keating well.
Correct.
So we did test wells. The Keating wells are very deep for a gravel well, 93 feet deep. When it was installed, we found that there was a confining layer, like a sand, clay layer. So there was like two sources of water. There's the upper water and then the water down below, which has the high volume. So when I was here, I was talking to the engineers, like, what about trying test wells in the upper area? And they're like, it won't hurt to do it. So I called the well drilling guy. We went down there, stuck 3 holes in the ground, and it passed the PFAS. So it had 2 parts per trillion, so it wasn't like 0. So it's still there. And the goal was to find water that wasn't hard water. And the actual deep well is a hardness of 220, which is horrible. And then the wells that we tested in the upper layer were 180, so they still weren't, it wasn't good. So, but anyway, but we did find decent quantity of water. And, like the first 3 wells, it was just me going out picking wells. So that's why I brought it to you guys a few months ago. I said, can we hire a hydrogeologist to look at this and go into further testing to say, hey, this is good or it's not good, and go and work to figure it out. So that's what's in front of you. The next stage for installation of wells and pumping data so that we can pump it. So like I said, it was just under 2 parts per trillion for the PFAS. But what's that? What would that be if you pump it for 5 days?
Right.
Like the big well, it's on, the PFAS is above the 5s. It's in the 5 to 6 range. So what would these wells do? So are we wasting our time going there? I mean, I don't know. It's some you commissioners have different opinions of this thing. No matter what, you still got the hard water problem. You still got PFAS in the water. Maybe it's at a lower amount, but from what everybody says is 0 is what you want. You don't want any. So, and you know me with the hot water, that's my big thing.
So, if, this is just a big what if, we did this, we pumped these, and let's just say that those numbers that you just talked about held pretty steady. That's what we seem to be getting.
Yep.
Now, I realize that this is not gonna crank like the Keating's well. You're not gonna get the volume of water out of it like
Correct.
the geyser that's under the ground there.
Correct.
But is it, I guess, is it worth it that if we did this, where we could use that water in, like currently, the Keating's water is mixed in the system with Lancaster, reducing the hardness problem? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Is it worth trying to do this? Because I guess in theory, we could use this water and put it into the system if the PFAS levels are low enough, right?
And my whole opinion from the start, that's why we did this, was that if we can find it below the maximum allowable limit, no matter what quantity, 200 gallons or 300, whatever it is, we can feed it to Lunenburg without spending $20 million to treat it. So that's
Right now.
right now.
Right
And
now.
then once it dilutes with the other sources,
Yep.
then, which will be 0, then we're the only people that would have the 2 parts per trillion would be the ones on Reservoir Road.
Right, on the line.
Now, you said you had 2 layers of water,
Correct,
clay in between.
yes.
Now, give me the 2 layers again, what were the,
They call it a confining layer, it's an
but was it
impervious.
PFAS in each one of them, or hardness in each one of them?
Well, there was hardness in both. More hardness in the bottom layer than there was in the top
It
layer.
says 220 in the bottom and 180.
Yeah, 180 was the.
Which
top.
is still hard, I mean.
Oh, yeah, you want to be 50, 60
Yeah.
range, or less.
What's the capacity of the Keating well right now to pump?
Permit is for 1,000.
1,000 gallons?
True capacity is probably 3,000
Okay, but 1,000
gallons per minute.
per minute.
1.4 million gallons.
What
per
would
minute.
be the capacity of the upper layer? Would they give you the same capacity?
That's what this is gonna tell you, but no, it would not be 1,000 gallons a minute.
All right, now can I finish saying what I was gonna say?
Sure, you keep going, John.
What if you mix the 2 of them together?
You could,
Okay.
you could. So you got 2 parts per trillion out of, this one does 300 gallons a minute, and you mix it with this one, This might be a little tough with DEP though, they don't really like the mixing, because there's gonna be mandatory, you cannot run this well individually, you know, you have to run this one and this one, so it'll be,
Can you drill a well through that without having them mixed, without them mixing themselves, or you?
Yeah. In other words, this new well, I don't really wanna call it a well, this new
well field.
well field.
Hole in the wall.
Yeah, I know, because people are gonna get excited. That technically, Keating's original well could almost be taken just offline and just this one pumped, fed and sent.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to figure out, though, what the capacity
Correct.
could be, and this would be what the capacity could be. It's never gonna be more than what they allow you to pump for the well that we have now.
Oh, correct, yeah.
I don't think it could. I mean,
Right.
you know, just the nature of the well.
Right.
I don't think, no matter what you find down there, for hardness of for PFAS, and where it is now, sooner or later, it's gonna turn into hard water with PFAS in it.
Well, that's what this whole testing is gonna
So
detail.
no matter what you do, you're gonna need a treatment plant in the future.
I don't think anybody's negating that. You are right. We are going to need a treatment plant in the future.
So why are we
period.
even hashing over what?
Well, because I
mean,
think,
I know you have to, but to get an idea. But the end run here is gonna be, you drill these wells out, mix them together, get them pumping, get them all together, they're still gonna need to be treated.
okay,
There's not gonna be any, I don't know why people in this town think that some way there's gonna be a magic bullet here.
there isn't,
To
but
do
this
away
may
with
be
this
something that we
treatment
could, prolong that out with. It may be a solution for a while, regulations
Well, yeah,
might change. And
But,
if it's,
but the longer you take, the more it's gonna cost. Look at the increase it's cost us in the last 2 or 3 years.
Well-
Another 10 years, you're
John,
talking $125
I don't
million.
disagree with you, you're right. However, we're just a 3-member board here
I
at the
know.
will of the people.
But I
So we
wanna
are,
put out what the deal
well,
is.
for the 6 people that watch this, I know that they got it.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I mean, but like, I like the idea of it, Fran. Do we know how much it'll cost?
Right, right.
And in the end,
So this is step 1, 2, 3, all combined.
This is
So
all
it's almost $70,000.
no.
No.
Add those to that,
Yeah.
33,
32.5.
so that would do all the testing that is proposed.
So we have,
I'm gonna guess $500,000 to put the wells in. There's some issues with, there's other issues that are tied to this.
Okay.
You need a protective radius around each well, and I tried to have them stay, cause we have a 400-foot radius now. If you have one big, large producing well, it's a 400-foot radius.
Right.
If you go for a well field with 3 or more wells, it's a 250-foot radius around each individual well. So I tried to have him place the well so we can stay inside the 400 feet. He couldn't do it, so a couple of them went past, so if that's the case,
Could be 500 feet then.
no, then you would have, we'd have to be purchasing land from Keating's. And then there's, like, it extended into the town of Shirley, into the conservation land, which DEP might waive that, they waived it on the other one. for the-
You just said if you got a well field, you gotta have 250. All right, so if you got a well here and a well here,
50 feet apart.
okay, so you got, 50 feet. So you're gonna have 250 from this one, 250 from this one, 50 in the middle, right?
No, 50, 50, 50, right?
Yeah,
No,
so
and
3.
and then 250 from the outside out,
So you take the furthest one, go 250, there's your border.
okay?
And then you take this one, you go 250, there's your
That's
other.
500.
Yes, plus the distance in between, so it'd be 600 feet you need a total.
Okay,
radius.
Well,
that's,
But it's only,
Not
it's depending on the.
necessarily.
But he's saying we already own the 400.
I'm just
We
saying,
already
if
have
you
an
put a
easement.
well here, you need 250 feet around it, right?
yeah, okay.
All right, so let's put
And
another
then you
well.
put another well over here.
What if you put it, you could put it inside
It
that.
has
What
to
if
be
you
50
don't?
feet apart.
All right, so,
They
Okay,
have
so
to
what
be
if-
50.
so, all right, so this one here, now we move it over 50 feet,
Yeah,
okay? We draw another circle,
so now you,
right?
That's exactly what it is, Joe.
I know, but
But
you're
the-
still gonna wind up with 500 feet.
Either way,
No, you
you're
won't.
saying you'd
Yeah,
have
no,
to
you
buy.
won't, actually, now you're seeing it.
You won't. That's 300 feet. But anyway, we're squibbling, squabbling over, I think they're not important stuff.
I'm just trying to, I'm doing a little benefit analysis of my own on it, just trying to wonder. So we get 1,000 gallons a minute we can pump out of the Keating well now. Let's say we can get this thing to pump 500 gallons a minute. Does that mean now the Keating well can pump 1,500 gallons a minute? Will they allow us to do that permitted? Or does it matter, or, you know, does it
It
increase?
would be a new source, so yes, you'd have a capacity, they may restrict and say, you still your capacity in that area is 1,000 gallons a minute, take it however you want.
Okay.
You could do that, I
So
don't know.
I understand that. We're still, so ideal hardness is 60.
Volts, yep.
The level that we're in is 3 times what ideal hardness is, and the level that we're already in now is almost 4 times what ideal hardness is. So you're doing this, you don't cure hardness, you get more water, less hard, and it still has PFAS in it, so it has to be treated. And when this is all done, it's $500,000 to put these additional well fields in. And we're asking people to spend $40 to $80 million on treatment plants
Right now.
right now. So,
Well, this is the way we don't know what the future brings on the treatment plants.
right, and if this was somewhere else, like not at an existing well site, then maybe a new well site, it might,
I know, but if it was at a new well site, that $500,000
Oh, it's even
would go.
Right,
Yeah.
then you got the land purchase, your pump
Exactly.
tests, and your DEP, your 10 years.
Then your transmission lines from there to the,
yeah. And we're making this a more robust source, but then you're kind of, there are people that would like to see this be our only source, and I hate one source. I'm not a one source.
can't
guy.
have one source.
Yeah,
It's like having one fire truck.
Fran, my question to you is this, so the permit for the Keating's well is a max gallon daily, correct? Like,
Correct.
All right.
One
But
1.44
they
million
average
gallons.
it out, what we can take out of it. So like he said, it can pump, you might be able to pump 3,000 a minute out of it. But average, you're only allowed to pump so much out of it per day.
okay,
1.4 is your maximum they allow us to pump per day.
as I was saying before I got interrupted.
1,000
Does that sound like you, John?
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, in general, I'm just joking with Mark.
No, you
We,
don't.
yeah, I really would. I wish, I'd like to be able to finish talking. On average, we don't pump the Keating's well 24/7, we only pump it at night,
Correct.
okay? So if we had a source such as this, and we could draw it at half the rate, instead of running it for 6 hours at night, you're making it up, we could run it for 12 hours during the day and get the same numbers, in theory, correct?
In theory.
Okay, so we could, in theory, duplicate the numbers for the Keating's well with PFAS that's acceptable for right now, hardness still being an issue, and of course, we still need to mix this with something else so that, you know, my car doesn't turn white every time I wash it, I understand that. I think for the investment into looking into this, seeing how, I'm not saying we don't need a treatment plan, I know we do, but like, this may buy us some time for a while, I don't know, I don't think it's a bad idea. I understand your position there, Mr. Bursch, of like, wow, spend $500,000 not to really get anywhere, but,
But we
Does-
already know.
yeah, I mean, like, we don't know. This, you might spend this money and it come back and be like, PFAS went to 7.3.
It's even worse, yeah, you
It's
don't
even
even know.
worse.
So we got a yes, a no, and
I'll work on it.
Maybe. I agree. So if we don't even explore the option, then we don't even know if it's worth spending the $500,000 to do it.
Right, I'm okay with spending
Well-
30,000 to know that, like,
The thing is, it's definitely not going to, the way I look at it, you're still, so PFAS, we wanna be 0. So there's still PFAS detect in it, so it doesn't help us with PFAS.
but you pass the limits
but,
and it's like
but it
acceptable.
passes the limit that we can use the well. If 2029 showed up today and said, hey, shut off all your wells with above 5 PFAS, Keating's is out. This, in theory,
In
could
theory.
still be on.
Could be. We wouldn't know until
That could be
we spend the 30,000 to determine whether it is.
Exactly.
That's, yeah.
So you're essentially doing a pump test and everything, and
So we're gonna put in more wells, we're gonna rate the wells that were already installed. Cause to rate a well, you gotta put another one next to it, so you pump the existing first well, and you monitor the water table in the second well. That tells you how much water is available. So,
Well, is this something you were gonna put out for the special meeting as well?
yes, this is
So
part
is-
of the special meeting.
yeah,
if
so is
we're gonna
this
call a special meeting,
Something,
unless you guys don't wanna do it, I would say this goes on as a special meeting, declaration of
and
war.
what the-
I personally would love this as a special meeting, because I really wanna know what the town thinks.
About, oh, you mean,
let
we'd
them
have to
decide.
vote
Let
to
the
spend this
residents
anyway.
decide.
Correct.
Yes, if it was gonna come
I'd
out
love
of
to, I'd love to
PFAS.
people out there who have a vested interest, which should be everybody, because it's their drinking water, to be like, this is a great idea, or no, you're throwing good money at bad, we still just need to put up a treatment plant, quit screwing around with this. You know, because I definitely can see it through your lens, Mark, of like, oh, you know, I mean, we're just kinda putting stuff on the wall here.
Now, see, the way you phrase that, you would like to see the town's opinion. You're not gonna get the town's opinion.
Oh, John, I'm gonna get the opinion of the people that show up.
Yeah, boy, now you're talking,
So-
buddy.
That's all I can do.
That's what
That's
you're
all we
gonna
can do.
get.
Fran, I think this is a great idea.
So
this
do
year.
I tried.
And I thought it was a pretty outside the box solution,
Yeah.
using the land we have, the stuff we have, and everything. If it works, I think it's great. If it doesn't, man, I feel that we are really trying every option.
That was the thing. Well, what do we have for option? And this was one of the ones I came up with, so.
Let's do it.
Would you put this, would we wanna do this as a special meeting before, like, not on the same date as our annual? Is there a press to do this sooner rather than wait the 3 months to do the 2 meetings at the same time? I'm just.
Well, you got a vote coming for the if we get proof of funding.
Yeah,
So I kinda feel that if we did a special meeting sooner, then at least you'd have some more information for the people to say, hey, we do have this option, you know, so if we treat this, then we can use this temporarily or for 2 years of time. But this could wait till March too. So
Sure.
this isn't,
Hey, look, the other thing that this can do is it can lower the amount of PFAS that's in our water sooner
Right
than later,
now.
right now.
so, yes,
In
if they,
theory.
if they would allow, I mean, we get to blend it now, but we still have to test it separately.
I understand.
So if they did tell us to shut down the main well, yes, you're right, we could probably still utilize this one if it was below the allowable limits.
I'm just saying, if this magically worked tomorrow, or we could turn this on, pumping PFAS out at 2.3.
Right, but you're
versus
not,
7.
this is still not magically in a perfect world.
I know, but it does lower the PFAS in our water.
Right, but it's not a, how, in a perfect world, we vote this test, we get a vote for $500,000 to upgrade those wells. How long are we looking?
don't know the answer to that one, so.
You know, so it's not a immediate fix.
So
There's still this is still a long
Can you just put a
process.
trash pump on the thing? It's not over.
Yeah.
So the way this works, because it's the Keating well, the main well's out behind that big pump
Yeah.
station, so it's a low pressure pump that pumps it to the pump station, and the high pressure pumps out to the system. So in the case of these, we would do 3 or 4. You have to do a minimum of 3 wells, so we would do 3 or 4 wells, whatever it is. Low pressure pumps that are gonna pump to the same pump station, so we're gonna tie it into the same water main that goes there now. So that's why I'm at $500,000. If it was new pumps and new
Right.
pump station, $3 million.
I'm thinking $500,000's on the high side.
It could be. I mean, each well, I'm gonna guess, this numbers when you asked, I was guessing, 100,000 each well, so
Sure.
300,000 for the wells. Electrical work, site work, and, then, who knows, that's why I came with the $500,000, so.
I wouldn't mind time to consider this more, but if I would also push it to whether the board had a appetite to have a special meeting. I think that, yeah, this is something that the public can decide yes or no. I mean, if they wanna spend $30,000 and possibly spend $500,000 to then vote on PFAS plants for $40 to $80 million. You know, we have a very complex future ahead of us, you know, and
I got a well.
problem with PFAS.
That's all right, it's only gonna kill me, it's
So-
not gonna kill my children.
I'd be open to a process to move this forward, but I don't think it's as quick as you think.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. I
But,
just-
you know,
Okay.
it's another avenue, it gives us something else to discuss. We have to give people if
These
people
are-
don't see this, they don't understand what our options are out there.
And I think it's a great way to present it that, like you just did, like we could do this, but then there's also gonna be a vote to put a P-TRAC
Yeah.
money, money, money.
Yep.
You know, so it, you know, honestly, this is a gamble, like, do you want to gamble with your money to try to put a Band-Aid on this for a time frame that we don't know, or no, don't do any of this, put the plant up and let's just eat it all at once.
Mhm.
Once again, these are all just great ideas, but we need to put out to the public.
So when we do these test wells, exploration, investigation, whatever word you wanna use, we're gonna pump it, we're gonna do PFAS samples on it. So when we start pumping them, assuming we can even find enough water to even make this worthwhile.
Sure.
So let's say there is enough water, we're gonna stop pumping and we're gonna do PFAS sample. Then we're gonna pump it longer, PFAS sample. So we can say, okay, it held, it dropped, it's rising. If we see it rising, okay, now we're on borrowed time, so we should.
Yeah.
But this is all things we have no idea
Yeah,
until we.
maybe we see it happen, you know,
Who knows?
and then we see the iron in magazines that show up that doesn't even exist down there. Now the water's hard. Hey,
Now
it's
you
gonna be a
get-
million
Because
things.
now you're in the upper layer with the groundwater
Correct.
level, so you could get iron manganese.
Okay, so you got two. It's a matter of where we go with the process from here then, as far as do we call a special for this? Do we try to do this with a special with the March meeting? That's a lot of information to throw at people.
I feel like the March meeting has the same 7 things on it that it's had for the past 50 years, correct?
We're gonna have a lot more this year.
No, I don't think so.
You don't
Maybe
think
a
so?
new truck, that's about it.
That's it. We're not gonna be to a point to discuss some of the PFAS options. I mean, are we gonna know for the March meeting whether we get
We'll
SRF?
know if we got funded, yes.
Will we have the survey back by then?
We can talk about that a little bit, but.
So maybe this is the March meeting and then something else becomes a special meeting down the road when we get the survey done and our recommendations on.
Yeah, it's not something you have to decide now. If we put this aside, agreed that it's gonna go to a vote to the residents, let's wait, it's here. If something comes up and we talk about it next month, in January, and it's like, hey, we want a special next month, we add it. If we
Yeah.
don't, March comes around, we put it on March.
So I guess, Mr. Chair, I would make a motion that we move forward with approving the test at Keating's. Is this at Verdantis test?
Verdantis.
Verdantis,
But
to be voted on at a future date to be determined.
he's totally, to me, I make a motion to table it, but whatever you wanna do.
Yeah, table.
I thought I'm confused. We just said we were gonna table it.
Table it until to call a special meeting.
Right.
You're making a motion to put it on a special meeting at a future date to
There
be
we go.
determined.
There we go. Hey, there's more than one way to skin a cat. We just skin a cat 10 different ways.
Okay, we
I
got
believe
it.
that I accepted a motion from Mr.
Yeah.
Bursch to table this until we feel that there's an
Approve.
appropriate time at a special meeting where it can be brought to the public's view.
Like it.
Write that down.
Okay, yeah, I'll go back and watch this to
Okay.
get all of that.
John, did you second
Yeah.
that?
How do you feel about that?
Great, I second that.
God, we're all gonna get fired.
All those in favor?
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, already more excited.
Sorry that I thoroughly confused the board.
I was a little confused.
Won't take much.
No.
Alrighty, moving on. Moving right along. How did that? Commissioner, superintendent, clerk, under additions. What do we got?
Alright, so just, more special meetings stuff. If we do a special meeting, I was wondering, we always talked about the excavator, if you want to put that on there as an option, that we don't really need to discuss that one. But another thing, myself and Chris have been working on with Neptune, the meter reading.
Yep.
And we've been looking at this for a few years now, we keep going back and forth on it. But they're data collectors, we put them on Chase Road tank, Sunny Hill Road tank, And, I've talked to the town a few times, trying to find a spot down Hickory Hills, put a tower up to read that area, striking on that part. But, I would love to do as part of that special meeting, put collectors up on both tanks.
Okay,
And, the price we got was $35,000 for each site.
okay.
But this is, I mean, it sounds like a lot of money, but this is reading meters continuously. So you could do leak detections every day if you
You can
want.
do live data basically on the thing.
Yes.
How much would
Final
a,
reading,
how much would a tower cost to be put up?
They're cheap, and we do it myself, so $6,000, $6,000 for a 100-foot tower, just like we got here.
So, just throwing it out there that if we're trying to read the Hickory Hills area, that maybe we could consult with somebody we may know on the landowners association down there. They might have an idea possibly of where
Maybe
they
we
could
could find
consider
some.
putting a site up. If that, I mean, nobody wants to see a tower, but maybe they would have a spot that might be the best.
So even Neptune, the guy that did the site survey, said even the Hickory Hills well, not a tower, she said just a pipe with a little antenna on the side of the building would be huge.
Yeah.
And no one even would even see that. It's like we have them everywhere.
Hmm.
So, but I've talked to the fire chief, because that's a pretty weak communication area. I talked to the town manager, she was all for it. The planning coordinator and the building inspector, I spoke to them, and I said, you know, the town owns land around there, you know, are you willing to, you know, maybe we do it together, we put up a tower, we'll pay for the tower, and, you know, fire and
That's
police
what
put up
they're
their own stuff on it.
So we already have an easement down Hickory Hills?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that would be just a little thing, I'm not gonna put a tower up. So everybody knows, I'm not putting a tower there. I mean, if I put a pipe and an antenna on, no, then that would be non-visible. I mean, the antenna's 4
Sure.
feet tall, it's a little white thing, you know, it's
Yeah.
not, it's a 900
Would
megahertz.
would that give us what we need down there?
Some,
It'd be better than
Not-
what we have now,
But not ideal.
right, so to me, you know, if we could borrow a piece of land, you know, that someone,
Right.
you know, just stick up a tower, so you could probably run it off solar, not even do,
Sure.
no, we could rig up something, but.
Yeah.
I think the residents would see a huge benefit to this as well, because, in talking with the Neptune rep and everything, once this goes live, not only will I be able to sit here in the office, click a button, it reads every, 4 minutes?
There was, well,
There's
there's a
couple-
high powered,
yeah,
the
high,
radio's
low
transmit
power.
high, but
Sure.
but every so many minutes it's updated.
But the nice thing is that residents can set up an account and they can say,
Monitor their own
here's
usage.
my address, my meter. And if, say they're on vacation for a week and their spigot was left on outside, it's gonna send them an alert. It's gonna send me an alert, but it's gonna send them an alert too that says, your water has been running for 24 hours and has not stopped, what's going on? So, you know, this past year, how many people have come in to speak to you guys about high water bills? I mean, this would be, beneficial for me, billing wise, to read finals, to get alerts, live alerts, like, hey, something's going on at this address. But the other side of that is the residents can take monitor it as well. So I think it would be nice for the special, at least, we were talking about, at least if we could start with 2.
So this is still a district vote, so it would be a special, so.
Yes, so it was another
But
thing,
this could be
again,
the annual too, because we
Yeah.
don't need it till July 1st.
Right.
yeah, but
I'm
I do,
already on this, so we're doing the new radios on the tanks. I already got the antennas going up. I have the cable there,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna plug it in.
Yep.
So.
I love it.
I think it's a great idea.
I'm in favor of trying to do what we can for everybody in the district, so I stay on trying to figure out a way to secure a location for an antenna to make the system as complete as you can.
they did a,
Trying.
what was that called? The test that they did.
Site survey,
It-
coordination, they had a special.
They had a special term for it, but they basically went and said, here's your map.
Yeah.
And they did it, and that was basically what they said, if we did one at Chase Road, one at Sunny Hill, and they were like, that is the
Propagation.
propagation study. That is the one area that we could not hit, is Hickory Hills.
There's gotta be.
So, they gave a couple suggestions, but the salesman who we talked to knows that we have a well down there, so he was like, we don't have to buy land, you already have something there, and we're like, whoa, wait, but that was the only area that
And
wasn't
it's-
hit right now.
I mean, if anybody has concerns, drive around the garage, the tower's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a 100-foot tower, it's, I don't know, 18 inches wide, it's aluminum.
yeah,
It's a 5-foot slab of cement that holds the base.
Correct.
So we build the antenna and we just pop it up and.
paint it green, make it look like a tree, and it's good to go.
Some branches on it.
Yeah,
And then that one was $5,000, so I raised it to $6,000. I'm not sure what the cost is now, but it could be 7 or 8, but that's still,
yeah,
Yeah.
you go and pay someone to do it, that's $50,000.
Oh, yeah.
so anyways, I think that'd be a good one to put on.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Special.
That's all I got for the specials. I got a whole bunch of other little things though.
I
What'd you say?
don't wanna put my foot in my mouth, but I'm gonna. I know that the Woodlands isn't exactly communicating with us properly, but we might be able to, I don't know, I guess, would we have to ask their attorney if it would be, if they wouldn't try to, we should be able to put the tower up
We
if
can do
we
whatever we
want.
want. Yeah, we don't have to ask him anything.
But, I mean, yeah, I'm not even gonna get involved in that right now.
Let's, I like this idea. I would be that propagation map like you're talking about. I would like to sit down and see, like,
Sure.
there are many areas in the Hickory Hills area, the old dump site.
That's what I
Yeah,
tried for.
you-
I even talked to town
Yeah.
manager over that
Yeah,
one.
that, let's just see, like, with those coverage areas,
Yeah, let me
what
s-
would work in the best.
Let me get that
Yeah.
study from them so we can see their,
Yeah,
their surplus.
and I'm sure there's, like you said, it's a pretty, there's town-owned land down there that
And we don't need
it's not a
we just
major
need an
project.
agreement, just, hey,
Correct.
you could put your tower there as long as we can put our antennas on. Yeah, there we go, boom,
Boom,
done.
done, yeah. This is not a huge deal, this should be pretty easy, so, yes.
Ideally town-owned land, because they wanna.
Absolutely.
They wanna, if
This-
they wanna put police fire on it, then they.
As they should.
It should be town.
But I'm just kinda curious where that map, that propagation
Yeah.
map showed, because
Where's,
I'm trying to think, I'm just personally thinking of areas, and I would think that on the other side of that lake is where if you had a tower over there, you would get the most coverage, but, I didn't see the thing.
Yeah, no, I think he just thought,
Oh, immediately.
No
I could be
way,
like,
hey, I
right,
know
you
you
guys
guys
have a well
own-
site down there.
yeah, I know you guys own the
But even though
lake,
that
yeah.
well site may not be the ideal
Yes.
site
Oh, no,
for
yeah,
that.
it was
Right.
better on the
Be
other side.
better on the other
Right.
side of the lake.
yeah,
Okay, understand. All things that we could look in, I think this is a great idea.
And then, we always, Keating's owns a ton of land out there or behind the, near the conservation, out
Yeah.
behind, Townsend Harbor Road. I can have contacts with
Sure.
some of those people that own that, so.
Right. What else you got for us?
Alright, so, this one's kinda little, we got a non-compliance from Mass DEP. I think it was like 2 months ago I mentioned that the wells on Lancaster Ave, wells 5 and 2, triggered the PFAS sampling, and we got triggered the monthly. So, the email from them stated, you are now, going to need to test monthly, new sampling plan will be forwarded. So, to me, I was waiting for the sampling plan, which we got the sampling plan with a non-compliance because we didn't do the samples. Well, you didn't tell me to do the samples, and I said, yes, you did, yes, we did, and so that little email, I was kind of fighting with them a little bit over it. And they said, it's non-compliance, no big deal, you just gotta put in your CCR, your consumer confidence report. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just letting you know, so if you see something come up, then,
So they told you you needed to do monthly testing, they didn't tell you how to do it, and then they
or
said you're
when
non-compliant.
to start doing it.
they just said you triggered the high level, you're now gonna be required to do monthly sampling.
Okay, so,
New sampling plan will be forwarded, and usually we don't do it until we get the sampling plan. We'll look at that plan, and that's how we always do it. And I said, well, you didn't tell me to do the sampling immediately. If you told me that, we would have done it.
Did they forward a sampling plan to you?
With the
3 days.
non-compliance.
Oh, you're not
Yeah,
compliant.
that's
Oh.
when we got the,
3 days ago, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
that, it's
Well, let's
not a
get-
really big deal.
Let's get on that sampling plan then. Yeah.
we've already done 2 tests
it's like getting a
since then,
speeding
so.
ticket.
That's just stated work.
Okay, so another little thing, I drew some colors on the map. So we got, blue is system improvements, the reds is water mains that we have failures on, that we really should replace. And the green is just system improvements, that would benefit the system, tying in some pretty big loops.
Yep.
Harvard Street's a
Yep,
big loop,
I
that'd
see
be
it.
great, and then another one's down Fish Street, Leominster Road.
Yep.
That would be a good one. And then, it's blue, but Crossroads kind of, we had the leak we fixed a couple weeks ago. That's a crazy area. Water mains going through woods, behind stuff, so my thinking was, if wanted to correct stuff, we run the water main down Cross Road, go up Pine Grove, tie in Lakeview, do it the right way. Right now it runs down off Pine Grove, runs through a driveway, and we couldn't even find the main, we don't even know how deep it is, we were deep, we couldn't find it. And then Pine Grove goes through the woods to Doral Lane. So, I mean, if we could correct things, maybe shut off the loop that goes through the woods or leave it going and have it valve or whatever.
Right.
But tying into Crossroad and
Sure.
just make things
Yeah.
you know,
No, I like it.
typical. And then
That's
we
nice.
still have more, I mean, Cross Road goes out behind all the houses down to Fish Street, cause I
Yep.
guess the old road used to be over there, so that's kinda why the main's over there, but it's not there anymore, so. But that one I didn't put the fix that one. But, yeah, if you wanna just peek at it, whatever, anybody wants to see it,
It's a good idea.
I like it.
okay, so then, on that note, we got a lot of work ahead of us, stuff going on, I know, but did you guys wanna, we talked about hiring somebody a couple weeks ago, if you guys wanna do it, it takes a long time to do it, resumes and
Did
interviews and stuff
we
like that.
talk about we have to budget for
We
that?
already
We
did,
already did, we
It's already in
already
the
had
budget.
it in the budget for the year.
That's right, we did.
so it's already there, so we just, you guys, if you think that's something we wanna do, you know, we always talk that, busy season starts April 1st,
Yeah.
so get someone in just, you know, maybe March 1st, and learn the wells, routines and stuff like that, you know, start learning the system. And then,
Right.
so what do you guys think? If you wanna go at it now, then we can plug away at it?
I think it would be good to get someone into the routine of,
So we're looking to hire somebody that would be a operator and treatment, as a goal is that everybody becomes operators in treatment?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
do we become, so like, I know other departments, water systems, some people have like treatment guys, operators, or does it always blend?
No, and they, some are exactly as you said, there's the treatment guys and then there's the distribution guys. In this case, I like everybody knowing everything, you know, it's just, I think it's
we're
the other
kind of
guys.
small to be able to say, you're the only one to do
Right,
treatment, cause
yeah.
if that one guy is sick, something comes up, everybody needs to be able to
Even-
know.
Even when we get the treatment plants,
Yeah.
I think that's something, really don't wanna learn the treatment plant, but I think I really think I should know how that thing works too, you know, cause you never know, someone's sick or something.
Sick, it's
and-
hurt,
and, Hey, I
yeah.
doesn't got alarm, we're gonna get on there, you need to know,
Yeah,
Now, what treatment plan is that?
if we ever put one in the future.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, right now, our
Just
treatment's pretty
checking.
simple.
just checking.
We,
pH and,
we already have a budget?
We did it on last year.
yeah, we did it for
Well, I
a,
would,
yep,
yeah, if you're looking to hire somebody for spring, I guess now's the time to start.
yeah,
yeah,
'cause,
so
you know,
I've
we
got,
posted out
I've
in
had
the
a,
papers.
yeah, I've had a couple people just drop resumes off, so I've been holding on to them. But yeah, we can do Mass Water Works, and actually Capital Strategic does a lot too, they'll add things on their blasts out, hey, job opportunity, I don't think you have to, I don't know, I'll have to ask her.
Do we have a-
But anyways, a couple local places.
Do you foresee getting into some of this stuff, so do we have to consider an increase on our, maintenance budget?
Water,
Or
well,
the
we got that little
replacement?
replacement
The
thing.
the
We were
equipment
talking-
and main replacement one,
Well,
but
we
What
do
is that?
50
Yeah,
a year,
Yeah.
we were talking maybe kicking up to 100.
yeah,
yeah,
And, you know, so next year definitely we'll, Meadow Lane.
yeah.
We'll finish that. And, now I might go a little further than, I'll bring it up to you guys, we'll do a little game plan of, you know, what we wanna do. So that'll be next year, so that'll be good. And then if we have this extra guy, that, we had days, like I said, it was just myself and PJ up there, you know, so. And, yeah, it was kinda nice.
that
to do
could
it work.
that could still happen, but I mean, as long as we're moving forward, we already know there's savings involved. when we
Oh,
do that.
huge, yep, yep, so.
I would say, look at it, if you've got some good candidates, then we should discuss them.
So to kind of follow up with that, I know in the past when we've kind of gone through it, like we started with, like in-house,
Mm-hmm.
narrowed it down, and then brought a couple to you guys. Is that how you guys want us to proceed again? narrow them down. We make phone calls, they come in, talk to us internally, and then we'll set up a
Then we,
night for a
then
meeting.
then we talk. about
Yeah,
it.
then you guys would do that, okay. Okay,
I agree.
alright.
Okay, so the only one I had was John's, I think, not running for commissioner again, so I just wanted to put it out there, so
What?
we should put it that, so people can come in and, pull papers. I just wanted to just say this so she can mention the dates. What were the dates?
Put me on
You
the
forgot
spot.
to
I
get
got, no, I
I
did.
mentioned it earlier.
Yep,
So yeah, so
I
the
can
nomination
grab it if you want
papers
me
you
to.
draw from here. We've got a few people.
Yep.
You pick them up here, and then there's a date that they have to be returned to here. Then we submit them to the town, where they certify everybody on the list. And it was,
yep, so I have my note. So you have to come here, grab the nomination papers. They have to be back to me by Thursday, February 19th. I prefer that morning, because then I need to get them to, clerk at town hall for her to certify everything. She'll certify it, get it back to me.
and by doing that, that puts their name on the ballot.
Yes,
And if,
for the annual meeting on Saturday, March 28th.
Correct. Okay.
that's all I had.
That's it.
I could find more if you want.
You almost got covered.
Oh yeah, I got them now. The survey. So we had some comments of certain things that the survey said from the last meeting. There was a section where it's slightly more expensive, the Hickory Hills and Lancaster Ave treatment. To me it is slightly, so, but I've been like, all right, let's get rid of it. So we took that whole section off. And it doesn't mention anything about the expenses at all. So, one of the other comments that came through was it kept mentioning, and I think it was Ty and Bond that did it, net present value. And I removed that and put, total loan cost, principal and interest.
Okay.
So that way you know the loan.
Sure.
So I changed them all. So the reason why they did the net present value was the loan plus the O&M cost.
Correct.
So that was 30 years, how much is it gonna take to run that well and maintain it and everything you need to do that thing. So I changed it so you can see just the loan cost. So loan, like, Keating Well, they had, net present value of 38.4, the actual number is 36.1 with the loan, 4% loan.
Yep.
Hickory Hills, net present was 51.8, true number is 46.4, and that one's actually with 0 interest loan, which is what we had and didn't vote on. It was 27.8. So I did that with all of them, so 41.2 for Lancaster Wells.
This
And we
isn't,
still got a typo
this
here.
isn't updated then.
That is that's the old one.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a new one, I gave you a new one yesterday. Alright, so if we look at the options, so we were doing Keating Well and Lancaster was an option 1, option 2 was Hickory Hills and Lancaster, and option 3 was all of them. Okay, so if you look at the cost of that one, total loan cost, 72.1 for Keatings and Lancaster. 0 interest is not available because
You're right.
they don't need it. Hickory Hills was $41 million, and it came to, if you did a 4% loan, $70.5 million.
Hickory Hills plus Lancaster, correct?
Hickory Hills and, yep, no, like, it's $70.5 million if you did a 4% loan, 49.8 if you got SRF.
Okay.
So it's pretty, more than $20 million you save by doing 0%. And then if you did all 3 sources, it came to 80.7 million. But if we tie it to the Hickory Hills, all 3,
Yep.
we might be able to get it at 55.8. The only difference between Lancaster and Hickory Hill and adding Keating is the raw water transmission.
Correct.
That's it. And if we're doing these projects of land water mains, no one says that we couldn't do that
Right.
as well.
If you
It's
talk about
safe.
a raw water main, and you look at the fact that if we don't do all 3 together,
Mm-hmm.
we still have to have some sort, we have to have a plan to have redundancy.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to have redundancy, and the only community I think you thought could feed us consistently with enough water would be Townsend.
Correct. I've spoke to Townsend numerous times.
Yeah.
At first it was, gung ho, Lunenburg shut off your wells and feed you everything. And then I went to the Board of Water Commissioners and they backed off of that. And they're like, well, we couldn't do that. And then they were at the stage of, well, how much could we do and commit to? And it came into the cost. Some of the board members wanted to charge more than they charged their people. And then there was no like surplus budget,
Yeah.
bulk rate thing. So it was, they didn't, and I'm like, well, figure out what you guys think and let me know. And I talked to the I don't know if he's the chairman, one of the board members, I talk to him frequently, and he said they haven't really finalized anything, so. But they do have available water if it's something short term.
And in order to get to that, we need to put in a transmission main.
And that estimate was $6 million. Which is
So
more than
if
what we did.
if we were talking about trying to utilize one of our sources and putting in a transmission main for that amount of money, and then it's our water we own, because we put a transmission main into Townsend, then we have to buy the water.
Right.
So, to me, utilizing all of our sources and putting a transmission main in covers us for everything. Quality, redundancy, and resiliency.
And it's the cheapest way out,
In the long term.
Well, I mean, it's still a lot of money, no matter what,
but it's still the
but-
cheapest way out.
But, to be able to get the SRF funding and to be able to treat all of our sources and utilize all of our sources properly, you're not putting a burden on any one that could cause problems down the road. So if you're putting a burden on one resource, then your resiliency goes away. So the only way to cover all of those things, which I feel are very important, quality, now you're saying that with option 3, we can blend the water to reduce the hardness.
Correct,
So,
much more.
so all of those people that have issues with hard water, it goes away, because everybody that gets Lunenburg water gets the same quality of water out of the tap,
Correct.
versus grabbing hard water from Keating's and everybody along the way gets completely hard water, and you don't have the capability to blend except with the way we're doing it now, which really isn't blending. But, so you sending all your water to one spot, treating it in one spot, and everybody gets the same water, good quality.
So on Lancaster Ave, so if we ran that more, we could reduce the hard water. When we do that, we get complaints of green water, because there's iron and manganese, and the chlorine, when it hits it, you get a color tinge to it. So we'll get Zach, the pool guy, he's the one that complains about.
Yeah, I get it.
Why is the water green?
Yeah,
And, we ran Lancaster longer to do a PFAS thing.
Sure.
So I mean, so if we ran it much longer, a lot longer, I mean, to really
Residents.
affect the hard water, I mean, cause it's funny, we complain about the hard water because we get a lot of calls on it. Yeah, we back off cause we had tons of calls when Keating's was doing the pilot test.
right.
The Lancaster Ave wells fed Lunenburg for months, 4 months, 5 months, and, that was green water calls. We gained quite a few of them, so. So, point of it, the treatment plant will get rid of the iron manganese. Hopefully, depending how you do it, hard water, and we'll make
It
it
gives
the
us
same.
a lot of options if all of our raw water is going to one place and it's coming out treated.
Sure does.
Okay, so one more thing on that thing. So on the O&M cost, this has come up several times. So, option Keating and Lancaster anticipate annual O&M cost $240,000. Hickrells and Lancaster $275,000, and then all of them, all 3 of them, carried at $275 because I
Sure.
just carried that number over, and engineers said that was a good number to carry. So those are, I confirmed the Hickrells and Lancaster number, the $275, which we've had comments that is not accurate. I called them, it cost us money. I said, run those calculations again. So they confirmed that is an accurate number. They said it's actually probably slightly higher than it should be, which I'm comfortable
Yeah.
with. I'd rather see a higher number than rather
Yeah,
than lower.
absolutely.
So those numbers are confirmed, so.
So
That's
the
all.
survey is good to go.
Yeah, so we tweaked those things, and like I said, the net present value is gone.
Yep.
It was the total loan cost. Yeah, we'll leave the O&Ms, I'll do the dollar figures correct, so people can see it. And
All right,
the 0 inches loan is the huge thing, and hopefully we get something.
let's send that survey out.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
I think these were the last few things that
You
you.
mentioned the comment section.
Yes, at the very end,
Yeah,
yes.
Paul brought that up. So
Yep.
is that, I'm not sure, do we put it on the survey? Or do we,
Yes.
on the online, is that online where they would,
Yeah, so it would be on this, cause what's gonna be mailed out isn't the survey, it's gonna be
the
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 QR
code to
code.
get to?
So
the-
once you get to that, that'll link to an answer, and that'll be a separate thing, yeah,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
so that will be added at the end.
Yes,
Yep.
love it. Okay, let's do that. Okay,
Okay, wrapping it up.
yeah, closing it out.
Yep.
All right, moving on, Fran, you're done. Mr. Brush.
I got nothing. Amazing, huh? I could think about it, but I'll stay with that.
Mr. Esposito.
I'm saving mine till the end.
Oh,
We're at the end.
right, yeah. this-
No, I mean the
The
real.
end end. Oh.
The end end.
Do you have anything?
I do not.
I do not have anything.
I'm making most of it.
Well,
No, no,
well,
no,
well,
no,
Oh,
no,
can't
no,
do that
no,
yet?
yeah,
Oh,
I got-
okay, I gotcha. I gotcha.
I gotta
I
go.
forgot about Mr.
Well, I gotta do public comment, and you don't wanna say
Right,
anything.
I don't wanna say nothing.
Okay, yeah.
Public comment, do we have any public comment? None, okay.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's all good. Paul Grunditz, 35 John Street. I tried to understand what you're doing with the different starts of the, down on Reservoir Road, Reservoir, well,
Correct.
this, that. Not all there, but I think I got most of it. When we have that special, if we have a special meeting, I think we need to reach out to see if we can get more people to come to the meeting. And a suggestion that wouldn't cost us anything, I'm sure that Sully would do it. You know the sign they have in front of the fire
Oh,
station?
they do, we do it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
voted.
We already
Yeah,
do it.
do it.
If
do
you
it
have a
that way.
suggestion, Paul, I would welcome it.
Well-
Because we do everything we can.
Yeah, that
and we
sign's
just-
out there, special water
Well,
meeting. and
this
we
is,
got the-
this is my other suggestion. If we hold off on the survey until we know if we're gonna do a special meeting, and include that on the survey, so everybody's has the information.
I appreciate that comment,
But I know you
But
wanna get the
no,
survey going.
because we need to get that survey
Yeah.
out. It's
All right, okay.
been, it's just, and I know what you're
I'm
saying.
just trying to help you.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. I get
Okay,
it. We
all
just,
right.
we need to get that out, because it's been delayed too long. That will hopefully provide us some valuable feedback. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I believe that survey will actually reach people. Now, whether they choose to take it or not,
Well,
that's their own, I can't do that, but.
Are we gonna plan, if we do a special meeting, we're gonna put it in any of the, not the Pittsburgh Sentinel, but like the Ledger, something
It's,
local?
yeah, it all has to get posted.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gets
we have to post it.
posted in the ledger, gets posted at Whale
Around town,
Variety,
yeah.
Yep, well,
Town Hall, we publicize as much as we can.
Okay, okay,
It's
but
like,
yes, definitely
okay,
there.
fine. Yep, thank you.
Mr. Fortune, how are you?
Hello, John Fortune, 50 Hemlock Drive. A couple of comments. One, we were going back and forth, or you were going back and forth, I wasn't obviously, but about your regular meeting, there was nothing in your bylaws that say you can't do something and put it in place tomorrow versus at the end of the fiscal year. That may have been what you've been doing and the way it's been done.
State law.
Okay, I'm just saying I checked your bylaws.
Yeah.
Cause I happen to have them right here, so, but it's the state law, is what you're
Yes,
saying, so,
yeah.
okay, that's fine. Just trying to be helpful, that's all. The other thing is a commercial property, there is a commercial property, the new one that Proctor owns on, Mass Ave there, which might be a great place for an antenna. Easy access to get in and out or whatever, I don't know if he'd be willing to do that or not, but it seems to me like something like this where you may have to have, I don't know what this one looks like, but it's a piece of commercial property which is near Hickory Hills that might be helpful.
Actually, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and that would cover that side of town, I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah.
down the low, all we need to do is get down low and get higher than the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
high in the tree line, so that may be something he's willing to do. I mean, I can't speak for him, but it just seems like that's something that ought to go in a commercial property.
Why didn't I think of that?
You would have eventually. You just didn't get to it today.
Danny's in here twice a week, what?
Exactly. That's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Do you have anything else to add, Mr. Esposito?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the end.
This is the end.
No, I'm all set.
So,
So would you
so
like?
what do you got?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yay.
That was a struggle. That was a
That
struggle.
was tough. Well, I don't wanna let it out, too easy.
Good job, everybody.